Alright, my shit's getting tight. I think we got it. I got blisters on my fingers. Yeah. Alright, that's it.
So I talked to my boys, X-Mag, who are really good friends, and they're like absolutely fantastic musicians. And I was like, man, I've got this dream, this little vision, and I want to take you guys on a trip with me. So book them out, and my good friend Muzzy out there to record some guitar with me. I had Eric Bloom, the trumpet player from Lettuce, out there. We booked this cabin in the middle of Manistee National Forest on 12 acres of land. And we book it out for 2 weeks, and we're just like completely out there. So we're driving and driving and driving 4 hours north into like the depths of the woods in Michigan, and just get like completely lost. Like turn our cell phones off, no cell service, just us in nature and music every single day. And for 2 weeks, we would go ahead and proceed to create like some of the most like insane stuff. Like the mantra of the trip was like to find the ultimate funk groove, to be like the funkiest thing ever.
Can you go, your second octave?
I can do all that, I can do that, yeah.
Like do like a fill? Do like just run on the scale?
Yeah, so 30, then we can do that whole thing.
Yes. There you go.
And every single night we have family dinners.
You think 2 more tomatoes, 1 tomato?
2 more tomatoes.
Yeah.
We're cutting meat on this thing. Krang was the... Krang was the first boss. Turtles in Time.
No, that's no on the bridge.
We're sitting around the campfire making s'mores, like drinking, sharing stories. Like it was like the ultimate musical dream. It was like the most inspiring, insane 2 weeks of my life. And I'm gonna have to do this every year now.
It's gotta be on beat 4. Really, what's the
I was just kind of working on it afterwards, and it just kind of got this one thing stuck in my head, this one idea. The idea was to like record a group of people singing this hook, you know, to create this really big moment, this really cool, thick moment. The idea turned into like, yo, we need to get a children's choir. We go out there and we get this children's choir in Los Angeles, and like, I'm like, man, this idea is finally coming into fruition.
We already have, 3 takes, which sound really good as they are. Maybe have everyone change spots. So it sounds like whole different crowd.
And today we're here in this really, really cool studio in Los Angeles to record another piece of this really, really cool, awesome album that you guys are going to be part of. And I'm so grateful that you guys get to be here with me today and do this. So thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it a lot. Do you guys like funk music? Yeah.
Everybody know what funk music is? Yeah.
Funk music is the most groovinest kind of music that ever existed ever. And it was like the most popular and awesome dance music in like the 60s and 70s. Like this was like the jam. This is what everyone was doing. And that's kind of what we're doing here today. Is we're feeling the groove, and we're enjoying and dancing. That's what funk music is. Funk music is a feeling. The most intimidating thing that I've ever done in my life up until this point is standing in a room with a bunch of kids from the ages of 7 to 11 years old and having them stare at you with the brightest eyes and just being like, what do you want us to sing? You know? That was like the coolest moment, man, just sitting there and like having these kids singing back the lyrics that you'd record at 2 o'clock in the morning in Boulder, Colorado, you know, miles and miles and miles away. And having them sing it back to you, like, it almost brought tears to my eyes, man. I'm like, this is amazing, you know? So the lyrics go, it's, I wanna dance, wanna sing to the rhythm of the beat. I wanna dance, wanna sing to the rhythm of the beat.
I wanna dance, wanna sing to the rhythm of the beat. I'm saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody get down and feeling alright. Said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody get down and feeling alright. Feeling alright, 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 feeling alright.
And the kids did such a great job. And we're all sitting there and these kids are sitting in front of me. And even worse, like all their parents are behind me in like the tracking room with like their phones out, like videotaping this mystery GRiZ guy, like directing their kids with these vocals. Like that was really, really insane. But it ended up being so rad. And that song is one of the most special things I've done yet. I'm just so stoked for it. And the kids did such a great job. This song is one of the most inspired and cool things I've ever done in my career.
What were you doing in LA?
I was with Josh. We were recording a children's choir and doing press photos.
Oh, that's cool.
Together for like 2 days. I had this whole album of funk music, and I completely wiped out the compositions of what I was originally doing. I had this funk album in mind, and I just reorganized it. I took all of these things apart and dismantled them and brought them out and thought about it with a completely new headspace. And started putting it back together and taking, you know, the guitar from Detroit Sessions day whatever, 3, and then putting the bass line of New York Sessions day 6, the vocals, chopping them up and putting them in weird places, and the drums, and making these new compositions completely. And it just started to become this like massive consumption of what I was doing. Like I was just putting out so much content that it was like, I couldn't stop, man. I was on fire. And that was the really inspiring moment when I like understood that I had 100% complete musical freedom for the whole project. And it took new life and new form and became really a GRiZ album, the new GRiZ album. But everything was completely original. If anything, I just urge you to check the music out live. That's always the biggest thing. That's where like the most fun happens. You get to really understand and feel the emotion of the music.
It's all good, baby.
The GRiZ music lives in the live venue. I want you to come and see my show and live the music with me, because that's what's important to me.